me explain, baby, so you understand. I'm the one that gets things done when life ain't like you planned. I can mend your broken heart with a touch of my hand. If you're feeling down and out, call the medicine man. Okay, let's try that again. Hey, everyone. I'm going to have to make a blooper reel one of these days. Welcome back. This is Rick Bollinger, and I haven't posted anything in a while. I'm coming to you from my little studio out here in New York. But I had picked up some new subscribers on YouTube, and I do appreciate that very much. Kind of in between songs right now. I've got one I'm working on. The more I get into it, the more orchestrated it becomes, so it's going to take a while to get that one out. But today I thought I'd talk about this Telecaster and a little history behind it. I originally, when I started playing out, seriously, I had a 1973 Fender Stratocaster. It was a beautiful guitar, blonde, and with the big bullet headstock, you know. And then about 5 years later, I picked up a Gibson Flying V. That was a really nice guitar. It was white, alpine white. And it was a huge difference, needless to say, going from the Fender scale to the Gibson scale, the Fender neck profile to the Gibson, and then of course the pickups, the output. I love the Fender. It covered a lot of ground, but it was noisy, and about half the output of the Gibson. So I didn't have an A/B switch or anything like that back then, so I would switch. We were playing through Marshalls, and I would switch from my Fender to my Gibson, and it was so incredibly loud. The output on the Gibson was, God, I swear it was like twice as much. I think the Fender pickups were maybe 6.5K, and you know, whatever they had on this, because it was stock. I got it from the music store. I want to say they were probably those 498s or whatever, but you're probably looking at 8.5, 9K on each pickup. Regardless, that was the last time I played a Fender, was when I got my Gibson. Then I went from the Flying V to a couple other guitars, but they were all humbuckers. I had a Washburn Eagle. It was a beautiful guitar. My 335, which I loved and I had to part with. My SG, my Les Paul, my 91 Les Paul, which I absolutely love. Almost all these guitars have been modded. The Les Paul has got Seymour Duncan Antiquity pickups in them, and they're just gorgeous. They are. I gotta tell you, every time I pick up that guitar, I mean, I know exactly how it's going to sound no matter what amp I play through, which is a huge thing as far as getting set up and getting that sound you want. I'm pretty pretty picky about the sound I have, so that's a big thing to me. I have guitars. My SG is kind of like that. It's really high treble, and I put a treble cut on it and all kinds of stuff. And it's actually got underwound pickups, but I'd like to tame that thing up a little bit. Anyway, I was listening to some music, and it was like some Roy Buchanan or something, and some Steve Cropper, and thought, man, it'd be nice to have a Tele, you know. I had one for a while, and I liked it. It was, I don't know what it was. They called it a Texas something or another. But I ended up picking this one up. This is a 2024 Players Edition Tele. So it was only $500 some, I think. Originally it came with a maple neck, maple fretboard, which I don't really care for too much now. It just, you know, it's not so much that I don't like it. It's got a different feel. And especially if I'm going from one guitar to another, that can get kind of distracting for me, because I have like this much focus, you know, so it's spread myself that thin. But the fact remains, I ended up picking a replacement neck from Fender. Swapped out the tuners, put some locking tuners on it. Ooh, you'll see that later. And went through a couple of different pickup setups on it. Ended up settling because the lipstick pickup that comes on them, I just, I didn't care for it. It wasn't my thing. Okay, I'm not saying it was bad. So I picked up, God, I forget what it was, but it just wasn't getting it done. And I ended up settling on this, which is a Seymour Duncan Antiquity jazz pickup. The Antiquity just means they kind of age it, but it's a Seymour Duncan jazz, underwound. And I had what was called like a quarter pounder in there, in the bridge position, and that was another one I couldn't quite get, and it was still noisier than hell. Now a lot of that is because of this house. I ended up running. I had one breaker space in the panel, so I ended up running a dedicated circuit out of that to just feed my gear when I'm recording or playing, because the noise was incredible. And it didn't matter what guitar I had. I mean, if I would hold the guitar this way, it would be noisy. This way it would not. So it was. Anyway, the dedicated circuit did amazing things for my sound quality. So anyway, I ended up swapping that back pickup out again for, I think it's a Seymour Duncan. I think it's called a Red Devil or something like that. But it's a mini humbucker. I'll show you what it looks like. So yeah, after I got that, I really like the sound. Still getting used to the Fender neck, but I was looking at a company. They're out of England, and they relic hardware. And I ordered a new bridge, a bridge plate, a control cover. Now the controls on this one, I've reversed. Originally the pickup selector was at the top. I couldn't get used to that. It kept getting in the way of my volume knob. So I basically rewired it so it's volume, tone, pickup switch on the bottom. But the relic is really nice. I mean, you can actually get them to put in a serial number for you. I don't know why people would do that, but as you can see here, and I'll put a picture up. So it really turned out nice, and I really like, and it's just aesthetics for me, I like the old Teles with the ashtray bridges. When I say that, the ashtray is this cover that goes over this. Okay? And they reliced it. I mean, you can see. It looks really cool. The pickguard I got from a guy that actually makes them handmade. And it's a Jim Beam or Old Crow or something like that. So anyway, I didn't like relic the body. I figured it'd relic itself if I kept it long enough. So anyway, that's where we're at now. I was getting ready to sell it because I didn't use it and I had to free up some space. And I had a friend ask me, well, why are you selling it? And I really didn't have a good reason. I mean, I'm not going to get a lot of money for it. I'm probably not going to get what I put into it, but I'm used to that when it comes to buying and selling guitars. You never make money, if you can break even. And I look at it this way. I got a chance to play some really great guitars, and it may have cost me a couple $100, but to play a historic 1960 Les Paul or a 335 or something like that for a couple of years and be out $100. I'm good with that, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna let you listen to, and I'm playing right now through my old Fender Bandmaster. It's a 71 that I just had some work done on. I had my guy put in a Master Presence. Basically, it's just a cut because they can get really bright. I mean, and it's funny because they actually have a bright switch on them, like you would need it brighter. I don't know what that's for, but yeah. So anyway, I really like it now. Right now, I've got the tremolo on and some reverb. The tremolo on these things, you know, you constantly get that thump, 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 depending on the speed of it. It just comes through. And you know, playing live, it's not a big deal. Recording, I don't think I would do that. But anyway, I'm going to let you hear it. I'll put a picture up of the Fender. And so, here we go. We'll start with the top pickup. All right, this is that Seymour Duncan Jazz. The bottom pickup. Yeah. This thing, as far as the output, the top pickup, I want to say is about 7.2. This Red Devil, I think, is 13. Yeah, it's a hot pickup. I mean, it's obviously hot. Now, traditionally, I mean, for the most part, your neck pickup is always going to be louder because of where it's situated on the body. The strings vibrate more over that pickup than at the bridge pickup because it's closer to the bridge. They just don't vibrate as much. So, for those of you that have ever, and I deal with this all the time because I like to get my pickups balanced. When I say balanced, I want pretty much a close output out of both of them. All right, so that when I switch, because like this guitar here, I got a volume, I got a tone. That's it. So when I go to the middle position, if they're not balanced, it's gonna sound a lot. And this is fine if that's the sound you're after. But I kind of like something. I like to have like 3 different sounds. Okay, so this is the bridge. This is the neck, and this is in between. It's got that bite. It's got that Telecaster. All right. So I'm going to find a backing track. Just play a little for you. So indulge me while I check this out. All right. have a collection of them, just for when I'll practice scales and stuff like that. I find them very helpful. It's one thing to just practice your fingering, but if you can't put it to music, what is it? I guess they call it jazz. Ooh, get some remarks on that one. Thanks for stopping by. Any questions, be sure and post them, and I'll be glad to answer them. Take care of yourself, take care of each other, be good.